Meanwhile, the man of the hour right here, our own Indonesian President Jokowi had arrived on Sunday at Igusti Ngurah Rai International Airport after attending the 2022 ASEAN Summit in Cambodia.
That's right. The event saw Widodo receiving the official handover of the 2023 ASEAN chairmanship from Cambodia. After an approximately 3-hour flight from Phnom Penh International Airport, the president, along with First Lady Iriana, had finally arrived in Bali.
Now, speaking during a press briefing, Widodo emphasized ASEAN's centrality in driving global development while maintaining regional security and neutrality. The president added that preparations for the upcoming G20 summit has been completed.
Now, of course, as we're seeing right here, a lot of the leaders are already in Bali and, welcoming you, of course, right here to Indonesia.
Di tengah masa yang sangat sulit seperti sekarang ini, apalagi Presiden Joe Biden dan Presiden Xi Jinping juga akan hadir. Indonesia terus memperjuangkan perdamaian dunia serta menjadi bagian dari solusi berbagai krisis dan pemulihan ekonomi. Terima kasih.
Excuse me, as I had said before, all the leaders are coming in right here to Bali, Indonesia, and as we welcome you, we're opening our arms and whatnot, and hopefully you will enjoy Bali, Indonesia. With that said, U.S. President Joe Biden, again, as we stated before in our package, had arrived in Indonesia. Biden said one of his agenda is to discuss with President of China, Xi Jinping, of course, for a stronger, more bilateral relationship after his Democratic Party unexpected success in his midterm election that had been forecast, to lose heavily. So, I mean, he needed that support now, especially from the international community. Now, Biden hopes to come out this meeting with areas with 2 countries and 2 presidents, and their teams can work cooperatively on substantive issues. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters that the U.S. leader flew to Bali and he will push China to rein in North Korea after a record-breaking series of missile tests. Fueled expectation from Pyongyang will soon carry out its 7 nuclear tests. We don't know for sure, if this, China would kind of agree with that, because we know that, they have a very good ties with North Korea. But then again, hopefully all the meetings will be fruitful right here in the G20 summit. And of course,
I just wanted to note that I think it's really important to highlight that the ASEAN summit was so close to the G20, I think for a very specific reason. I think ASEAN really wanted to show that they stand together, because there are going to be issues that will be discussed that would be, that would require ASEAN to have one voice. Let's say, everything that's happening in Myanmar right now, that's like top of the agenda. And they recently agreed to welcome Timor-Leste finally as the 11th member of ASEAN, which would increase their economic trade power here in Southeast Asia. Now, the presidency itself in 2022 is definitely, a lot of analysts are looking forward to what President Joko Widodo can really contribute in the next year, because they expect here, and I quote, a lot of analysts saying more initiatives to flourish in ASEAN under Indonesia's leadership because of a more progressive mindset. Now, Indonesia, the ability of ASEAN to establish the world's largest economic trade bloc, the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is something new, RCEP, is also another testament to Indonesia's leadership. This trade bloc was, brought forth during this ASEAN Summit meeting that would also, so the RCEP would account for 30% of the world's population, GDP trade, turning it into the main driver of global growth for 4 years to come. Now, there are additional partners to form the RCEP. Of course, China, Japan, Australia, India, New Zealand. After 8 years of negotiation, RCEP was finally and officially approved by all the 10 members of ASEAN and the 5 dialogue partner. India withdrew from the negotiation for domestic interests, but it is very interesting. So they started this negotiation in 2011, and this weekend it was finally approved by 10 member states.
All right, we're going to shine our focus on ASEAN Summit later on in our next segment.